This is Jonathan Agger, 5th Pro Boxing Fans, joined by promoter Dean Whyte here at the Smith Eubank rematch press conference. Dean, you had your show the other week. Tell us about it.
Yeah, no, it went really well. Thanks very much. That was about just under 2 weeks ago. Really well, packed night, great fights. Young Prince Patel was back in the UK performing. A lot of other good fights on the night. So yeah, it was really good turnout. So we're back again on June the 10th, man. We've got to continue the show. The show must go on.
Back at Tolworth again. What can fans expect from that show?
It's like a building show for a lot of prospects coming up. You know, I don't think we're going to have any 10-rounders on or anything big like that. This time we'll have a few debutants, a few new signings I've made, 6-rounders, and we're just going to have a great night. But I think summertime always brings out a lot of people, and it's going to be a packed house as usual.
As usual, and you're helping Prince Patel out. Gave him the opportunity back in the UK. He's telling me he wants the likes of Isaac Lowe. Do you like that fight?
No, it's a great fight. I think that's going to be a fight that we're looking at down the line. We have some opportunities now, and potentially I think we're looking at him fighting for a world title that's, shortly. So we're just navigating that. So hopefully if that's going to be one of the next fights that potentially may occur. He might fight in July, and then in September hopefully we'll have an opportunity for him to fight for this world title that's there. So and it should be on a TV channel, broadcaster. We've had some conversation and some people are keen to. So it's a good step. So we're working together, and it's a good look for myself as well as him. You know what I mean? It's someone like my first world title winner or challenger, whatever you want to say. But we're going to prepare him that he's ready and in the best shape of his life and his career when that opportunity does arise.
What do you make of the two men up there? Eubank saying lucky shot, things like that. Did you expect that kind of attitude?
I don't know. He seemed quite receptive to the loss, which is good. But like he says, not a lot of people can mentally prepare or take that loss in that fashion and come back being in the mindset to come back and try and get redemption. Dillian comes to mind as someone that was lost in a devastating fashion and come back and win. Some people don't manage to come back and are never the same. So we've got to give him his due credit for that. I don't know. I think the ref done his job in that fight. I think he could have potentially got hurt a lot worse. Like Smith said, when you and then Bambi legs and your legs are unsteady, when you stumble like that, normally the ref would wave it off immediately. Like I said, I hope both guys do well and they come out well and they make a load of money. They're both my brethren, so I want to see them successful and come out healthy and safe.
Just moving on, obviously Dillian was out there with Alan Babbage. Unfortunately didn't go his way Saturday night. Then Martin Bakole kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know what kind of happened. What did you make of what did you make of the confrontation?
What's it called? Gate crashed in. Gate crashed the party. But Dillian's a madman. You don't run up on homies in that fashion and capacity and come back. I understand you're trying to champion for a fight and for yourself to become in the mix, but you're just not there at the minute. You know what I mean? Great talent. I think he's very skillful. I love the way he boxes. He boxes quite effortlessly, but he's not right at that table. He is a who needs him club. He's a tough customer, a guy that's a young upstart coming to want to. But you're not at the table just yet, unfortunately. He needs to go and make his ways. He should go and get redemption, as I keep saying, with Michael Hunter. That's where he needs to. If he wants to say he wants to come and say he needs to beat Michael Hunter, and then you become one of the guys that's in this conversation with the top people at the table, because Michael Hunter is someone that continues to talk about being in the conversation with these guys, but he brings no value and offer to the table also. So these guys maybe should fight themselves. He should maybe, there's Fraser Clark, who's silver medal winner, and they're on the same side of the street. There is so much fights for these guys to fight themselves, and basically what it is clear up who is the real boss of all bosses in that area of the table. There's so many fights. There's a Jagba, there's Sanchez in top rank. These guys do a relationship with them. If they can win and beat these guys, they get to their super elite guys who are making all the money and they're just below them. When their mandatory opportunity comes, then they can fight. If they win and they take that chance, then they're in that party. Right now, he's just not in that party.
Did you actually know there was like a rivalry between them two? Because I actually wasn't really aware of that.
I've heard there's a bit of talk for years, and the coach, what's his name again?
Billy. Which coach?
Harry Chipman's the murderer.
Billy Nelson.
Billy what?
Billy Nelson, Martin's
That's
coach?
him, shit. Billy Nelson, sorry about that. I said Howard Shipman. You remember Howard Shipman? Old?
No.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Let me not go back into that. Anyway, yeah, he's been championing for his fighter for a long time. So it's understandable that, but he shouldn't want to undermine another fighter to want to do that and put him down, because guess what? He's never going to get the fight, because they're not going to do any business with them for the insolence, audacity. You know what I mean? But look, sometimes you got to throw mud and sometimes it gets you places. But in this case, I doubt it will get him anywhere, because there's no money on the table for that fight to materialise.
Well, Dillian said that this heavyweight tournament in Saudi, it should be an 8-man tournament with him in it and some other guys. What do you think?
I don't know, man. There's too much big old beefy guys in this competition trying to fight each other. Let's see, there's a big pot of money. Obviously, you'd want to be in it because there's a lot of paper going around, but I'm not sure. Let's see if it actually materializes. Right now, we could be potentially wasting our time and energy talking about something that never materialized, but let's see. Might be good to see these boys fighting each other.
And what do you make of the fight on Saturday, Tank and Ryan Garcia?
Tank just does what Tank does, man. Tank's a special kid. That body shot was timed to perfection, and I didn't even see it how fast it was. You know what I mean? I had to rewind it and pause it so much time to see actually what happened, and what a shot.
Could he have got up? Tony Bellew says he kind of spewed it, and if he does that once, he'll do it again. From what you saw, could he have got up?
Well, when you're hit on the sweet spot, it's a whole different kettle of fish when you're hitting the sweet spot. Some fighters do get up from body shots, some guys don't, but he felt that he was hit on the sweet spot and he couldn't continue. Who are we to argue, man? At this level of boxing, at higher level, it's one of them, I don't know.
You've seen him up close, didn't you? And was it the Cruz fight?
Yes, and that was a good fight. Listen, he's a special talent, and he's becoming right at the top of the face of boxing with the Canelos, Andy Joshua's. The crowd he brings out, the basketballs, American football players, rappers, everyone comes out to Tank. It's like the old school Mayweather when they used to all come out, and he's living up to himself. He's a destructive Tank. So yeah.
Last question: if he were to wait and see who's going to fight, people saying Devin Haney and things like that, Shakur. It's a great fight.
Obviously, I link up there with him and his dad a lot when I go Vegas, and I think Devin might be a little bit big and strong for him. Devin's got a good jab as well, fast jab, especially early. So it's dangerous fight, because Tank's got that patience. He's so patient. But all those boys, him, Shakur, and it's dangerous fights, man. Them boys. Shakur's a hell of a talent, man. Though that whole mix of fighters, big fights there to be made between them boys.
Froch said that Tank is unbeatable. Do you agree?
I don't know. I think Devin Haney could potentially beat him, but then Devin Haney and Shakur is going to be a hard fight. But that Shakur is very talented, man. So I don't know. Look, I would be rooting for Devin as well, because, like I said, I mess with them a lot more. But it's a very tight fight, and that guy's got a lot of talent. I think all them boys fighting each other in the future is going to be great for boxing. Let's see what happens.
Dean Whyte, thanks for your time. Anything you want to add about what's coming up for yourself?
June the 10th back at Tolworth. Look forward to a great show. DM us, follow the Black Box page, and just tune in, man. Appreciate your guys' support.